What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me here today. It's Wednesday, August the 9th, 2023 for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction, coming to you from the MOD Crypt, as always, bringing you the best in metal-related content, raw fucking intolerance. If you missed anything in the past week, click the eye in the upper right corner of the screen, get caught up on all the videos. Remember to hit the subscribe button down below, turn on that bell for all notifications. Raw, elite, underground metal, as always. Check out Mordant Red, he's a great metal YouTuber as well. We will be doing a collab. I've been in contact with him through email correspondence here, so I'm gonna ask him, in about a month's time if he wants to do one in October. We're gonna come back and talk about some other cool shit, probably do another band. Like, I love talking about bands with that guy. So yeah, anyway, welcome to Album Ranking Wednesdays here on the channel. Tonight we're doing a ranking of an absolute legend within the NOLA, or New Orleans, Louisiana sludge metal scene, with Phillip Anselmo and The Illegals, which to me are one of the greats within sludge metal, among many others, of course, from the New Orleans, Louisiana area and around that area. Phil Anselmo and The Illegals did form back in 2011, and of course joined Phil's very own label, Housecore Records. So for the lineup, we have Manuel Gonzalez on drums, who was also in Superjoint Ritual with Phil. Then of course you have the legendary Phillip Anselmo on vocals, who has been in Scour Down, Superjoint Ritual, Pantera, Viking Crown, Christ Inversion, a bunch of other crazy fucking bands. He was also in Necrophagia for a long time, for a couple albums, with Killjoy, and he's also in, I did say Scour. Yeah, the guy's been all over the place. He's also got a project called N Minor, which I think is really, really cool. Then we have Stephen Taylor on bass, and was also in Superjoint Ritual. Then we have Mike D. Leon guitars, and Derek Engman bass, who was also in Cattle Decapitation. Alright, without further ado, let's just get into the ranking. Coming in at number 4, we have the Housecore Horror Film Festival EP, released in 2013 on, of course, Housecore Records. This was a great introduction to Phil Anselmo and The Illegals for me. There's some really cool songs on here. It's awesome that the film festival paid homage to like having Phil's band on there, and I'm glad they included Phil's music on there, that Phil wanted to put his music on there. And this is a really cool little EP. It's got some great fucking tracks on it. This was my introduction to Phil Anselmo and The Illegals, and I do enjoy this one a lot. It's got some pretty cool songs on it. Nice little EP. Very decent production, not decent in terms of like super polished, but there's a lot of cool shit on here. Just the fact that there's some cool album artwork. I like the cosmetics on the album and the CD and stuff like that. But the songwriting's pretty decent. This is a nice little EP for an introduction to Phil and The Illegals. Housecore Horror Film Festival gets number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have War of the Gargantuas, the split with War Beast, released in 2013 on Housecore Records. This had some cool shit on it from Phil and The Illegals as well, but War Beast is a pretty cool band. They do have some nice contributions here, as does Phil Anselmo and The Illegals, and I really enjoy the writing on this. The artwork is really cool. Yeah, it's a little bit He-Man-ish cheesy shit, but who fucking cares, man? I like that Masters of the Universe type theme that they went with it when it comes to the artwork. It looks like an old Saturday morning comic book or cartoon, you know. Really cool shit. There's some good tracks on here from both fucking bands. Obviously, the tracks from War of the Gargantuas did come from Walkthrough Exits Only, but you know what, it doesn't matter, because the contribution here from both bands is really cool, and they complement each other quite well, and I really did enjoy this one a lot. War of the Gargantuas gets number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have their debut full-length album, Walkthrough Exits Only, released in 2013 on Housecore Records. This is a really killer fucking record. This is full of pain and despair, but a lot of sludge and groove on here. It really pays homage to bands like I Hate God and Crowbar and fucking Acid Bath and fucking Superjoint Ritual. I mean, it sounds like a combination of all the great elements of sludge metal. Of course, with Phil being at the helm and in charge of all this, he knows what he's doing when it comes to sludge metal, and he was around for its very beginning and inception, and he's sang with I Hate God live a lot. He's got his own sludge project with Down, and he had Superjoint Ritual, so obviously Walk through Exits Only would have those same types of ingredients, but it is a unique album, and I feel like this one gets overlooked a lot. I don't know why this band gets so overlooked when this is some really killer sludge fucking metal with a lot of groove. You can hear a lot of that Pantera type groove influence in here as well. And what's really cool is when Phil and the Illegals have played live, they have done some Pantera deep cuts and covered some Pantera. But this album definitely has enough unique material to stand on its own without the live Pantera cuts and stuff like that. I think this is a great fucking record. Walkthrough Exits Only gets number 2. Coming in at number 1, we have their most recent album, Choosing Mental Illness as a Virtue, released in 2018 on Season of Mist Records. I'm not quite sure why this wasn't on housecore. Maybe Phil was busy with other stuff and he didn't have time to release this or produce it. But this is a very, very heavy fucking album. This is fast, brutal, aggressive, despair-filled, emotional, rage-filled stuff. It's a lot faster and heavier than Walkthrough Exits Only. I'd say there's a lot more of like a death metal influence on here, and especially in terms of the speed. There's even a bit of black metal, but I'd say it's like death sludge black, and it definitely sounds like that. There's also some doom on here, but just Phil's fucking visceral rage on this album is insane, and that translates into the guitar work, the drum work, and the bass. And it's a very, very like organic production, almost raw. It's a pretty raw production on here. Easily a fucking great album for 2018. And again, I don't know why this band is so criminally overlooked. I think they're very, very underrated. And I really think that the songs on here stand out from the rest of the discography. And I hope Phil and the Illegals do more stuff, because this fucking album blew me away. I absolutely love Choosing Mental Illness as a Virtue. And if you look at the album cover, it kind of looks like I Hate God's Take Is Needed for Pain. I think maybe that was some of the inspiration from Phil, was that album, because you can certainly hear some I Hate God in here as well. But again, all of those awesome ingredients come together. Phil, obviously a sludge master himself, but yeah, this is just off the fucking charts. I absolutely love Choosing Mental Illness as a Virtue. It gets number 1 on my list here on Album Ranking Wednesdays. Alright, man, there you guys have it. Another album ranking in the books here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed the premiere today. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications so you know when I post a new video. Janelle working on new merchandise right now using that 3D art generator. It's going to be fucking sick. She did the set and my desk. I really love you and appreciate you, Janelle. You're amazing. Join the channel, become an MOD Elite VIP, get amazing perks, $249 for month 1, $499 thereafter. You get access to exclusive content, review requests, of course, within reason. I'm not going to review any course shit or tech death. Band interviews and promotions. I'm going to be interviewing Cadaver Right very soon on the channel here, and I'm going to upload their demo sometime this week. So if you're in a band, I'll interview you, promote you, all that cool shit, and much more. Members-only live streams Saturday nights for the Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show. And if you have a metal YouTube channel, you can come on here and we can shoot the shit or talk about a band, review a band together, do a ranking, whatever you want to do. If you have a metal YouTube channel and you're a member, I will collaborate with you as well. Have an awesome night, guys. We'll see you for Top 15 Thursdays. Fucking hails.
It's good to be awake, goddammit. It's rock. Sorry it took so long.